not all working with the position of the state who has that stature to be able to drive the grid to where it needs to be, because it's, to me, kind of a straightforward, like, we need more power, you're forcing electric, that's no more gas, this is X more load. We'll let the engineers do the math. I'm just a real estate guy, but so like that's kind of where my head goes with it. Yeah, exactly.
No, it's true, Nick. I mean, I think we did talk a little bit about that, and like, okay, this grid, and I think the other piece of it was like, some people, are kind of jaded, and they're like, oh, well, you're making us go electric, we're pulling from this grid, but that's being powered by like dirty coal energy, right? And we heard, some of this, and so I don't know if you guys can kind of speak to that, because I feel like that is one thing that some people have at least told me, like, well, why should we bother if it's just putting more strain on this system that's going to be, not using the clean energy?
Can I take my Eversource badge off?
I'll point out we love people speaking up for us. I mean, we are both regulated utilities. We have to do what the Department of Public Utilities tells us. So every few years we have these plans we have to put forward, like the Electric Sector Modernization Plan, and the Department of Public Utilities, DPU, approved a good amount of that, but they didn't approve things like upgrading substations in a lot of places, and that would have gotten us to our electrical. So we are doing a lot of outreach, like especially these past few years, of telling people like, we have these plans, like maybe speak up for us a little bit, collaborate, because it's a hard goal getting the 2050 timeline, and we're, I know the state is trying to electrify, and we're trying to keep up with it and doing what we can.
Oh my gosh, it's fabulous. I guess no one got the memo that this was a costume meeting. So I'm Mother Nature today. That's really funny. Yeah, I'm very happy to hear some of the comments here. You're making Mother Nature very happy. But you can make me happier by joining the M3 Green Team. And on some of the desks, there's a little sign here, but let's go to the next slide. So I think it's really important that we are be thinking globally and acting locally. And we have a nice team. Actually, we've actually tried to start this team a few years ago. Until recently, when we've gotten a lot of great support from the other core members here, like AHA and NRG Tree. So we now have this group, this core group, but we're looking for more members. So please consider joining, and here's our mission. We really want to empower us as Middlesex 3 members to be thinking sustainable, connect, provide educational resources like this, network opportunities, and financial incentives, and so on. And we want to also make sure we're making a difference. And so we're going to try to do our best to measure what impact we are having as a group. For me, I think the vision really is this. We want to embolden our community to adopt sustainable practices that for a healthier environment through education, action, and support for things like renewable energy, conservation, biodiversity, and eco-friendly solutions. And I always feel like, doing it alone, it's sort of scary, but doing it together, we can make a difference and do it and be more impactful. And so our strategy is to have events like this one, to collect the different resource groups, like our friends here, our resources, the utility companies, to help distribute the information that we do get, and also to have some projects. I'd love to have Middlesex 3 be a group that promotes things like pollinator gardens for my beautiful butterflies. But whatever it might be, we have lots of ideas what we could be doing as a group, but we need to do this all together and combine our resources to be effective at doing that. So basically our members right now, this is our core members. Our members are AHA engineers, E Incorporation, NRG Tree, UMass Lowell, and there are others as well. But please consider joining. Come up to one of us, scan the code, and we'd love to have you join. And our intent is to do an activity at least once a quarter. At least that's what we're planning. We'll see how this goes. But anyway, I think that's it for me. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
So
we'll send everybody information about M3 Green as well as all the information that we had today. And everyone's either your contact information or your LinkedIn or some, we'll figure out whatever works the best, but ways that people can get in touch with you unless I hear differently from you guys. But I don't think anyone, I think you all want to.
Thank you.
Let's do this, if you guys, I don't know if you